Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Canary Room. Familiar surroundings, but not familiar birds. So we are in Swadlincote, which is a venue I've been to many times over the last 15 years or so. It's where the Midland Fife Fancy Canary Club show is held. But today, we're not here for fifes. In fact, we're not here for canaries. The Canary Room has gone to the Budgerigar side of the fancy. So we are here at the Trent Valley Platinum Budgerigar Society show. You know what to do, everyone. It'll be fun, this. Grab yourself a cuppa, sit back and enjoy the show. So, we're here, the Canary Room, on tour with this man, Sam. There he is, look at him, handsome beast, handsome beast. And I have to say, everybody, I've seen a different side to Sam today, because I've seen Sam as show organiser extraordinaire. So we know Sam does amazing cages, we know he does fantastic products. What I didn't know, lots of people in the budgie world already do, is he can organise a bloody show as well. Try his best. Honestly, many of you who are watching the channel today will be Canary fanciers. I know we get everybody. We've got budgie fanciers who watch the show. We are in the Midlands. We're in Swadlincote. We are at the Trent Valley
Budgerigar Society Platinum Championship Open Show.
Just to give it its full title. Yeah. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
And it's been an eye-opening day for me, an incredible day for me. I am a complete and utter novice, beginner, whatever I am, Sam. I know very little. I kept budgies as a kid, but I know very little about them. Yeah. We were saying just before, nearly 900 birds entered in the show.
Yeah, 890 entered, which is fantastic. We're the biggest show in England, one of the biggest ones in the UK. So we're very proud of that. There's a lot of work goes on to put this day on. So we're very proud as a club.
Yeah, and that really, I've gone to lots of shows, lots of different varieties of canaries, and we can see in some of the footage here, you know, you've filled the hall, but what's really sort of impressed me, and it has impressed me, is the team behind the scenes. So, you know, you honestly, I hope you've got a stepometer on, because you've done some steps today, mate. But actually, whether it's the team doing the administration in the back, whether it's all of the stewards, I don't think I've ever seen as many stewards at a show.
We have a lot of stewards. Like you say, there's the office team, people booking in birds last night, people putting the staging up. We have outside caterers that do amazing. The judges, the chief stewards, the stewards. There's a lot of people behind the scenes again that you don't normally see sometimes, or you don't realise are here. There's a lot of effort to put these days on.
Yeah.
And it's well worth it. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So
No, it is. I've smelt the kitchen. It won't surprise you to know this. I've been in the kitchen, actually, to introduce myself to the kitchen team. So here they are, looking all beautiful and glamorous, and there looks like some nice stuff there, which I might taste later, and I'll let you know. But back to the birds, Sam. We're not here to talk food. We're here to talk about birds. So for the sort of the beginner when it comes to budgerigars, they've got there are 4 different levels, isn't that right?
Yeah, so we've got champion at the top, intermediate and novice. They used to be beginner, but we removed that a few years ago to try and make the paperwork and the whole thing a bit easier. And then you've got juniors. Anyone under 16 can show as a junior. So four sections now.
Yeah.
And then there's any age and young bird in between, for the sections basically to be shown as.
And one of the things that amazed me today, I mean, the variety of colours of budgies.
Yeah.
I think it's when people talk to you about canaries, they're like, oh, they're yellow, aren't they? And there's a lot of different colours, but the budgies, there's an awful lot of colours there.
Yeah, there's a lot. We have all the normals. There's cinnamons, opaline cinnamon. Then you've got some of the mainstream rarer colours, spangles, pieds. You have got rares, which consists of different like fallows, slates, anthracite. There's clear wings, lutinos, albin. The list goes on, and also with a lot of them, you can combine 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 varieties in one bird, which is nice, and that's what attracts a lot of people to the budgies, because they're not just one colour. Obviously, in the wild they are, and we've then created this long list of colours, which is great. It really attracts the newcomers especially. So.
And I spotted a couple with funny hair as well, with crests.
Yeah, we have the crested ones, crests, tufts. There's all manner of different ones, but the crests are not everyone's cup of tea, but they're different.
Yeah,
they're
okay.
different.
I feel like we've hit on a controversial subject there, so we'll move on. And speaking of moving on, one of the things that has struck me today has been the sort of the colour variants, the small budgies.
Yes, the colour budgerigars. A lot of people know them as miniatures, which is what they are about. They are small birds. They appeal to a lot more people that are new to it again than what budgies probably should look like. They fly, they breed better, very fertile, got lots of vigour, and the colours again do stand out a lot of the time more impressively on them. So they're becoming a hot topic. There's more classes, there's more awards for them nowadays. Our show being a big one, we did apply for extra patronage, and we've had 20 cc's on offer today for that.
Yeah. Fabulous. I mean, they are. We'll have a look at them, and they are things of absolute beauty, aren't they? And like you say, they're very much like the budgerigar, the wild variant, the one that we'd sort of know, except they're in an amazing array of colours.
Yes, yeah. Well, that again, it's the colours that really gets to people. That you can keep one type of bird and have a long list of colour in the nest for one thing. You pair 2 together and get 5 different coloured chicks, which is great and exciting and different.
Yeah.
So it's something different.
And speaking of colours, now one of the things that's impressed me today about the entire administration behind this, and a show is only as good as the administration behind it, is these coloured dots. Now, this is something, I'm not going to profess to understand all the classifications and everything else here, Sam, but there is a range of coloured dots on the cages, and then those cages go onto the stage in dot row order, and then things come back and they get managed. Tell me a bit more about them.
The procedure for judging is we do all the classes first within your section, so champion, intermediate, novice and junior within that colour. Each class winner then goes on to potentially win the CC, the challenge certificate, best of colour. Once they've been done, the best of colours all go together. It's for best any age, then depending on what wins that, whether it's a cock or a hen, then we do best opposite sex any age, then we do best young bird opposite sex, and then the winner for best in show overall is decided via best any age against best young bird. And then that's not the end of the show. You've still got all of the birds to go back to try and win their section. And again, there's a lot of paperwork, a lot of work behind the scenes, checking the ring numbers and so on. It's a lot of effort.
Yeah, fair amount of effort, and we've caught most of that effort I think, on camera throughout the day, and and we'll continue to as we have a chat to a few more people, hopefully. Although the Budgie people are a bit shy, Sam, aren't they?
Some can be. Some don't like being on camera, and some don't want to talk to you.
I don't blame them, to be fair, mate. I wouldn't want to talk to me either.
No, it's not you. It's in general. I think with the hobbies there is people that are very confident in what they do, and they'll talk to everyone about everything. And then some people, like with a lot of the different types of birds, like to keep things to themselves.
Yeah.
Whatever suits.
Yeah, we try and wheedle it out of them. Well, listen, mate, it's been lovely to see you. It's been lovely to see you in your environment, not Stafford. And we have got a trip planned to Sam, so we will see his bird room. I know you've got your beautiful little daughter who's been a little bit poorly, so you've got to focus on that. So we'll get we send everyone from the channel sends their love to you and the family, mate. So listen, superstar. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the invite down, and good to see you. All right, mate.
All right.
Take care. Look who I have found. Now, it's not the first time I have seen this gentleman in this show hall. In fact, probably 15 years I've been coming to the Midlands show, and I've seen this chap, and I've judged with this chap a number of times. But it wasn't these birds we were judging, because this, ladies and gents, is one of the nicest chaps in the entire Fife fancy. His dad's all right too, but we prefer Stu, isn't that right? Keith's all right, isn't he? But,
he's not that bad.
Yeah, he's not that bad. But Stewie Roberts, for those of you who don't know him, an absolute legend, champion Fife breeder, champion Fife exhibitor, bred some stunning birds with the Fifes. And some of you will know, perhaps many of you don't, Stewie also keeps budgies. So Stu, tell us all about these budgies.
Yeah, no, it's quite nice that I enjoy breeding all year, and they breed all year. That's one good thing.
Yeah.
It's a range of different colours. And I personally find they're easier to breed than the Canaries.
Yeah, fantastic. And I mean, the size and style of these things is fascinating on me. And the range of colours. Sam, who we were talking to a little bit earlier, was talking about the varying degrees of style and stuff. And I'm thinking it's a variegated, it's a clear, and it's not. It's something completely different, and that must take some time to get used to.
Yeah, it's quite a different colours. There's like normals, opalines, and then different colours it goes down. But they all mix in well to a certain extent. Maybe you keep the red eyes out of like the blues and that type of thing. But no, they mix well. Yeah, it's a lot to get used to.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I've spent the day here, and I'm nowhere close to being used to it. And you've had a good show, mate, haven't you? Now, Stu is quite a modest chap. So I'll tell you he's had a good show, because he went, all right, not too bad. But you've done well.
Yeah, I've had 3 best of colours. I only show my young birds. I've won the opaline cinnamon, opaline grey, and normal cinnamon. And one of them went on to take best novice young bird and second best.
That's not bad, is it? That's not bad at all, really.
No, I'm really happy.
Yeah, superb stuff. Well, listen, it's always lovely to see you. I will see you. I'll see you in a pub somewhere over the next few months. We'll see Stu again at West Wales when I'm judging down in West Wales, and I'm sure we'll see him in a pub somewhere along the way. So it's always good to see you, mate.
Thanks, Matt.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Take care.
Look who we found. Come into shot, Rob. Don't be shy. I know you're not shy. Look, there he is. Look there. Look, this guy's done some grafting today.
Have I?
We first met Rob in Anglesey, and it was Baltic, and he'd just come back from the desert. Now we've seen him again. Unfortunately, the camera's not going far down enough, because we've both got shorts on. And let me tell you, it's not a pretty sight. But you have done some grafting today, mate, haven't you? You have.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you'll have arms like Popeye lifting them bloody cages.
No, it's been an enjoyable morning so far, and a couple of hours to go till we can go home later on.
Yeah.
Been a good day though.
Yeah, it has.
Been a good day,
And then you've got your show, is it?
Next Sunday, a
Sunday.
week tomorrow,
Yeah.
a banger in Gwynedd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking, hopefully get a good entry there.
I'm glad you pronounced that. I was going to say Gwynedd because I know you don't. You see, you don't pronounce the D's, do you? Where you're from?
No. Gwynedd.
That's right. Yeah.
Bangor and Gwynedd. Gogledd Cymru.
Yeah. No, don't start me. We've had some fun with Rob and Stewie today, but. It's my first Budgie show, Rob, so I didn't quite know what to expect.
Of course.
And the thing that has impressed me is being the sort of the number of hands on deck. Is that sort of
the same at most shows? Yeah. To be fair to people, no matter which show you go to, people are willing to help and they'll get stuck in. You very rarely see people just sitting about doing nothing. People get stuck in, which clubs wouldn't be able to hold the shows without people from the outside coming and helping. It wouldn't be possible.
I think that's really, that for me as someone who cares about aviculture in the round is something that's really heartwarming. And then the stickers on the cages and the organisation. And I took some footage, Rob, and I think it took 30 seconds for the stewards to change, I think, 24, 25 cages to get the next one. It was military style.
Yeah. We're just used to it now, aren't we? Yeah. But like you say, if somebody that's just seen it for the first time, they're probably thinking, what's going on here? But because we come to shows every week and, for the whole through the summer, for 2 months without a show, you get used to it, and then they're just waiting for the next class, and they're up, and it's brilliant. Yeah,
honestly, God, absolutely military. Now, the only thing I've got to say to you now is, where's the ice cream?
Well, I was going to bring you an ice cream, but Richard Jones, the Norwich Canary breeder from Anglesey, he wouldn't let me have any pocket money to buy you one.
Well, listen, Richard, if you're watching, and I'm sure you will be, we'll sort that out. I'm devastated, mate. Every time I see this man, he's got an ice cream in his hands.
Apart from today,
when I'm here. An absolute pleasure to see you, mate. You take care.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Ladies and gents, I'm joined with, and it's taken me a while to get him here, so I'm joined by Jeff Bley, who is the President-elect of the Budgerigar Society.
Yes.
And the Vice President of Trent Valley Budgerigar. We've started off well, Jeff. We're in.
Shall we stop while we're ahead?
And this is a man who is, I'm told, well known and highly regarded in Budgerigar circles. You've had them a while, Jeff. Is that fair to say?
Well, my dad had budgies, so I've grown up with them. I've had them all my life.
Yeah. And
I can't think of a better hobby. It's brilliant. You meet so many people from all walks of life, and I hope this doesn't sound big-headed. I've actually judged in 17 different countries, all through having these little things.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
Fabulous. No, it is. That's lovely. That's lovely. You've had another good show today.
Yeah.
So you've had Best in Show with what is it, Jeff?
Sorry. The judges actually asked the same question. It's a normal light green cock.
Right, normal light green cock, and it's its second time in that top position, I believe, this year.
This year, yeah. Yes, it won. Can't even remember where it won now.
Northwest Leicester,
Right.
beginning of August.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And so, is it? And the sort of the Budgerigar Society show. Is that Doncaster?
That's in Doncaster, round about I think it's the 23rd, 24th of September.
Right.
And if there's one show any serious budgie exhibitor wants to be at, it's Doncaster. It is the show of shows. There's nothing to touch it. I know I'm biased, but it is the show of shows.
Fabulous.
And to win there, it's like winning Crufts or winning the Derby if you've got a horse.
Yeah.
Not as cost effective, but
Yeah. Prize money's not as much, but you know.
not quite. No.
But the prestige is.
Prestige.
Yeah.
To us, it's the same as winning the Derby or Crufts. Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And Jeff, for a lot of people who are watching the show, you know, the variety of different colours of budgies on show today has blown my mind. And I've kept budgies as a small kid.
Yeah.
What would you say? What would your one piece of advice be to someone who was thinking about starting out with budgies?
Do it.
Brilliant.
There isn't one piece of advice, but in all honesty, we laugh and joke, and I'm the biggest joker there is. It is such a friendly hobby. You make so many really good, long-lasting friends. I mean, I said earlier about these 17 countries. I think I'm right in saying that most of them, I've got friends there, and I go and we see one another, and, are you coming over? Yeah. Well, you'll stay with us. And then when they come over here, oh, you stay with me. All through a budgie.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's one of the best hobbies I can think of. I wouldn't swap it. I would never ever give up budgies. I spent a lot of time in hospital a few years back. I wasn't coming out, so I was told. The wife says you are. So 18 weeks later I came out. In the meantime I told her to get rid. I don't want budgies again, I don't want to see a budgie. But three of my mates, one who lives local, one who lives 5 mile away, and then a really good friend who lived Leicester, which is 30 odd mile away. They came down, took the birds, and they looked after the birds for me. And then when I got back I thought, I can't be bothered. And then they turned up one day, there's your birds back, get on with it. And am I glad they did that?
Yeah.
Right, crikey, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much indeed, and well done for today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Very enjoyable.
Cheers, Jeff. Right, so I'm joined by Chris Huxley. Huxley, I've got that right, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've only just met Chris for the first time, but I said, don't worry, Chris, it'll all be fine. I'll be very over-familiar with you, as people who watch the show will know. Chris, you're a well-known, you won't say this, because I know you're a very modest man, but you're a well-known man in the budgie world, and you've had them a while, mate, haven't you?
I have, yeah. It's 44 years.
44 years. Chris got them when he was 1. He got them when he was 1. Look at him. There's no age to the lad. And you've had a good, you've had a good show here today.
Today, had an excellent show today, yeah. Won a few CCs, been fortunate enough to win Best Young Bird in Show. So, yeah, it doesn't get any better.
No, fantastic. And Chris, this is my show on it. You probably haven't seen it. It's called the Canary Room, so it's focused on canaries as a general rule, although we've been to Pete Harrison and we've seen his zebra finches. So tell me, what is it? What was the attraction with the budgies for you?
As a school child, my brother had a few on an Avery, and from there onwards it sort of stuck. And the first 5 years was basically an apprenticeship, and they were rubbish. And then we built. Yeah. To where now they're all right. They're a sensible set of birds now.
Yeah. So that's it. I like the modesty of this man. So tell me, Chris. You've been successful despite your modesty. You have been successful. For somebody watching the channel, what makes a good budgie in your view?
Size, shape, and deportment. I would say is the picture to carry in your head. You need length, you need shoulder, you need width across the face. When you're fortunate enough to get all three on one, you tend to do well.
That's the trick, isn't it, mate?
Get all three on one.
Yeah.
If you can achieve that, you'll do okay.
Yeah.
I think where most people, if you like, go wrong, they're trying to run before they can walk. And you just try and get a base in first and then push on from there.
Yeah. And you'll have to forgive my ignorance on this, mate. Is there a particular colour variety that you keep, or is it generally you want the quality across the colours?
Yeah, I breed for a shape. I don't breed for a colour.
Right.
I breed for a shape.
Perfect. Yeah. So the colour's the last thing to go on
for me.
Almost,
from my personal thing. I mean, there's some of the species, varieties. You have to look at the colours, but I haven't got them. No. I've got what you'd call the dominant varieties.
Right.
More so than the recessive varieties.
Superb. Fascinating stuff. Well, listen, lovely to meet you.
And
thanks for your time.
Anytime.
Great stuff. Well done. Cheers, Chris.